Bachelor
Yes.
recap. We're going to talk about the Bachelor. Fantasy Suites happened Monday night, and we are headed down to the wire now, guys. We left this episode off on a cliffhanger, and I'm upset about it, okay? Because at this point, I now don't care about the woman tell all. I want to go right to the finale. I know
Yep.
people care about the woman tell all. They want to see what happens with Maria and Sydney and blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that anymore because now we need to know what Kelsey needs to talk to Joey about. Okay. That's how the episode ended. Kelsey wrote Joey a little note. We need to talk. He's in shambles. She's in shambles. Why did she write this note? We got to get to the bottom of it.
I agree. I just could care less about the women tell all. Like, it meant just in general these days. I just don't
Yeah.
care. I just don't care. Like, just end the season. I would rather them have it all, or like do one extra episode the next week. Like, just do normal reality TV style where there's like a reunion at the end, where we can just get
Yes.
to the end and then we can have everybody together. Like, let's do a batch, like, let's just do a reunion episode where you bring all the girls, everybody, because it's just like when you slap it right before the finale, it's really annoying. I just think the timing of it is not right. Anyway, yeah, it was a cliffhanger, and a lot of people are talking today about Joey telling both ladies, Kelsey and Daisy, that he was falling in love with them. A lot of people were like, "Uh-oh, deja vu of past seasons and whatnot," and it did feel like he said fairly similar words to both girls. But I don't know. He's feeling, not to always be super defensive of Joey, but like he clearly feels that way for both of them. If it's not the first season, I feel like we have the shock value has worn off on the double I'm falling in love with you. Like at first it was like, "Oh my god, how could they possibly be saying this to two people? Like that's fucking crazy." And now it feels like every other season they're saying it to two people. So it's like, "Oh, par for the course.
Right.
You
Right.
tell two people you love them."
First time it happens, you're like, how the fuck is that possible? And now that it's been done a couple times, we're like, okay. But I think the most clear part of this episode was the fact that I think Rachel's a goner. I think that
Yeah.
Joey's
Yeah.
connection with Kelsey and Daisy is too strong to keep Rachel around. Unfortunately, Rachel did get hurt this episode from cliff diving. She hurt her jaw. They got it checked out. It was not broken, thankfully. But it kind of did put a damper on things. But I think if their connection was extremely strong or stronger than the other two women, that wouldn't have mattered anyway. But I think it was clear that his connection with the other two women are stronger. I think when it comes to Kelsey and Daisy, I think that from what I'm seeing, I just have felt that his connection with Kelsey has been stronger the entire way. I thought that their fantasy suite date was incredible. The next morning, the passion, the chemistry was palpable. You can feel it through the screen. They're cooking in the kitchen. She's up on the countertop. It felt
Yeah,
like a movie.
the
It
kiss on
was
the kitchen counter was like, woo.
right. It was just like, hey, you're happy to see it. The passion's there. You want
Yeah.
them to fucking rip each other's clothes off and live happily ever after. With Daisy, I did not feel like she liked Joey until this episode. And to me, that's a little suspicious. And now I'm not saying Daisy is there for the wrong reasons or anything like that. I think Daisy seems like a very sweet girl. She's just very sweet. She's cute, but I have not seen the connection between the two of them. And this episode, it was like a complete 180 from how Daisy was acting to how she was acting in this episode, where it was like, whoa, like, oh my God,
Yeah.
all of a sudden she's in love. Like, maybe she was holding herself back. And she did mention how she, wanted to get her family's reaction to Joey before she was able to say she was falling in love with him. But it didn't feel so natural to me. Joey, on the other hand, it seemed like he was feeling it for both women. But I think reciprocation wise, I think Kelsey and Joey have
Yeah.
just a stronger connection.